Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss.
Hi, I'm the Conscious Day Trader, and today we're going to break the trade that I just closed for quite good profit, $516. And I can show you this on our Fiverr's account, funded account, 516. And I want to break down how I entered, what did I see in the market, why did I go long on the pound, and how did the execution happen with the ICT concept in the London kill zone area. So we're going to jump on to the charts, and I use TradingView as always to break down the charts, and we're on the pound dollar. And what I want us to do is, this is at 9:45. I'm going to take it back to the 7 o'clock pre-market London time, so we can see what I was actually seeing to make this trade. Obviously, I placed, like with any trade with the ICT, you want to make sure you have your bias from the daily. So the previous high was there, previous low was down here, and I still have this idea that this equal lows, swing lows, they're going to be taken out. I don't know if this is going to be this NFP event, which is happening tomorrow, or is it going to be in the next week? But that's definitely an area of attraction, and it will show me a bias for going short. But we do have, let's see how many pips this is. We do have a long way to go down there. It's 106 pips. So not too bad. So that originally I was thinking, this is looking like a shorting opportunity. But when we go on to the daily, onto the 15-minute, where we're going to actually look at our bias and how that's going to play out, we can see that there was a lot of fair value gaps that haven't been filled on the left side here, where we had that move from the 4th of January yesterday. And obviously the previously daily high has a lot of buy side liquidity that needs to it's a liquidated area where the market and the algorithms will want to take out as profits, because a lot of people that have gone short would trail their stops from these big moves on the back here, would trail their stops on the top of this. So my thought is, looking at this picture now, we're sitting at equilibrium. I've got fair value gaps on the bottom. If the price opens and goes on the high and takes these highs, obviously my idea of going short is looking quite nicely. If this breaks on the lower side, then there's no reason for the market to not retest these previous daily highs and take that liquidity. So what we're going to do is go down the line of the candles, and as we see, it wasn't doing much in the first 15 minutes and half an hour, but then it broke into this fair value gap. So I'm now interested into entering the market. What would be the target for this? You see these lovely equal highs that ICT talks about. Let's change that. And if I put that as a buy side liquidity, we have this area here, which is extremely well placed for the market to target before it does what it wants to do, which I think potentially going down to that daily sell side liquidity. So I saw this move, and this is where people get confused with ICT. They see this move here, and someone will say, that's a clear break on the downside, and now I'm going to wait for this to fill in a fair value gap and go down. You are not wrong, but in terms of the daily, for the whole day, we want to see what has happened in previously, and where does the market and the algorithm sees the easy opportunity to take money out. And remember that people are also setting up for NFP. So they won't want to be going into the big hitters. They want to be setting up for the news is coming out tomorrow. So that was my analysis. So I was long. And now let's break into why this trade was valid for me and where did I get in. So now I've opened up the whole graph and we can see what I did. So we had this breakdown into the fair value gap, like we said, and then we had it came back to fill this order, created a swing high. So I was looking at opportunity here to get in, and there was a fair value gap. If we zoom in into this area, this area here, so that's the swing high. Then we need that swing high to be broken, which happened here, and then we had this fair value gap. So my entries were in this area here. That high there, that was my first entry, and that came all the way down, filled that gap fully, and that was my second entry. And what I did, the first entry, I got some profit out on this bounce, refilled. So I had my second entry, and then I closed my whole position when it came up to this buy side liquidity, which if we look on the 15-minute, why is that buy side liquidity? Is because we've got that gap here that hasn't been filled. And this may continue to go to our original idea all the way up here. And this is, if we close this is actually looks like it looks quite nice to take out this, which was the original idea. But I've been paid $500,000 in a day, and I'm quite happy with that. Someone will say, why don't you trail the stops? And that would be a good argument that I want to do that, but I want to create these videos as well for you guys. So if I leave that running, it will make it harder. And yes, you might be saying, or it could go against me. So I'm super happy when I'm paid. And as we see now, this is clearing this sell side liquidity, buy side fair value gap, really nicely, and would have made more profit. And there you have it. This was an ICT Mentorship 2022. Make sure you subscribe and like this video because I'll make more of these live trades. These are posted literally minutes after I make the trade in the trading session. So it's pretty straightforward in terms of how I do my trade, and then I upload. And you can go onto the live trade playlist and you can see multiple examples of the trades that I take. Make sure, if you want to see, understand how ACT works, make sure you check out his mentorship on the 2022, and also check out the Scruffy Trader, because a lot of my trading and how I pass my Fiverr's funded accounts come from the Scruffy Trader. These are the two people that I recommend fully, and I've been quite profitable from following their concepts of trading. Right, so that's it. I'll catch you next time, and don't forget, tonight there's a new interview coming out with Jordan on I can't remember the name of the podcast, that's quite bad. Traders of Money, that's the one. So make sure you like and subscribe on Jordan as well, because the content is incredible and Tradelicious, and I do some live trading New York and London sessions there. So feel free to check that out. Multiple of content coming out, and be safe, trade well, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the NFP event.
Running.